video, and in today's live stream we're going to be trying to catch some big channel catfish again. Guys, I'm very sorry for the late start, but we are out here, we are fishing. I will tell you that these two rods are ready to go. We got some more hot dogs here we're going to be using for bait today. Same bait I used in the last catfishing live stream. Just some classic Frank hot dogs. Go ahead and get these rigged up here. These hot dogs are now a few weeks old. A good way to extend the life of your hot dogs is to throw them in the freezer for a little bit. It'll extend the life of them a little bit. Alright, this is the first rod going down. Had to get some new rigs because one rod got rat nested and it's not going to be able to be fixed on stream because it will take way too long. But I am going to show you how to fix and re-spool a spinning rod later today after we get these two setups going. Here's my little heavier setup. This is my Zebco Bite Alert medium heavy action rod. There we go. That's kind of loose, but that should get the job done. Alright, we're going to cast her out. Right there. Down to the bottom she goes. It's a pretty cool, calm day out here today. Kind of humid though. We got some rain that has moved in. Hopefully we'll get some people in here soon. Yeah, I'm going to start with this tutorial on how to re-spool this rod. So this rod here had a massive rat nest in it. So I already took the time out of my day to cut it off. And all that's left is this little tag in here. I went and got these are some dikes here. These are perfect for cutting the line. And just going to take it right here and we're going to cut it. Try and cut it right on this knot. There we go, cut it off. And now it's just a bigger spool. And then we have this tri-lane line here. Extra smooth casting is 8-pound line. Brand new spool, has never been used before. We're going to put some 8-pound line on this reel because it's going to be for bluegill. Just got to keep an eye on our catfish rods. Make sure they don't go down on us. We can always stop our tutorial to reel in a fish. That's no problem with me. Anyway, I'm just kind of reeling up this line here because it kind of got all over the place. There we go. Take the end of your line and we're going to re-spool it through the guides. So here are the guides here. Just going to go through each one of these guides. It's starting to rain again, too. Go through each one of these guides. Can't miss a guide either, or else it will not reel in correctly. Alright. It's been raining off and on all day. It's made it very humid. I mean, the temperature is nice. It's maybe 85. But it's just humid. It's sticky. It's not like a thunderstorm, though, but... Alright, now we got down to the reel. Oh, hold on. Something touched this. He bumped it. You made the line tense up. You made the rod move. Just keep an eye on it. He didn't hook himself. Anyway, we're going to put this on the reel. Tie a very good knot. I called my knot the hybrid knot, but you can... I'm sure there's another name for it, but... This is the important part. You got to make sure this knot is nice and tight because it's going to hold all of your line. Sometimes getting it started before you put it on it is good too. There we go. I'm going to start it with a simple square knot. Oh, do we have one? Oh, yeah, we do. He hit it hard. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a good catfish. Get up in here. There we go. First catfish of the day. Not a big one by any stretch. He's interrupting our tutorial, but that's okay. Hooked right in the side of the, like right through the bottom lip. This looked pretty good too. I gotta swap hands. I don't want him to stick me. Well, hi John, welcome in. What? Oh God, don't stick me. Ow. Ow. He's trying to stick me. So I don't want him to stick me. Dang it, fish. You're not hooked. If you would just open your mouth. Ow. Come on. Pliers would be great. Yeah, I have pliers, but they're... Ow, he bit me. They're at my truck, and I didn't think we would get one this quickly. Come on. Jesus. Come on. Come on, Hook. He keeps moving. It's stupid. Oh, we got one over here too. Hold on. I don't know what hit it, but something did. Take the bait off? No, he didn't. He hit it pretty hard though. Cast it back over there. I'm glad we're getting some people in today. This catfish is being annoying. It won't sit still for me to get this hook out. There we go. Oh my god. Get him out of here. He's maybe a pound. And there he goes. Holy cow, he was stuck good. Alright. Another bait going out. That was great. That was an awesome way to start today's live stream. Maybe 5 minutes in, we got a fish. There's the next bait going out. We'll get back to respooling our bluegill rod. Just a weightless rig here. I'm just going to drop it down to the bottom. That's what caught that last one. There we go. And there we go. We're going to pick up a little bit more line. There we go. Perfect. Let me wipe my hands off because they're all slimy. Alright. Back to what we were doing here with this rod. Trying to respool it. I hope we got the first knot started. I think we did. Now we're just gonna tie another knot. Alright, now we're gonna tie a knot called, I call it the fisherman's knot, but some people call it other things. Just gonna take these two ends here. God dang it, I gotta get the camera in frame. There we go. Just gonna try and get three, tie around, like the line to kind of wrap around itself a few times. Once that happens, you need to find the tag end, which is right here, at the top. And then we're going to pull it down. I tied it around maybe like 8 times. And then we're going to go back through that loop you made. There we go, got it through. Then we're going to grab it, pull it out, and it's going to form a really strong knot. Perfect. We're going to tie, I call it another square knot. Just take it, go under, tie another one of those on top. Perfect, perfect. And I just like to tie one more square knot. Oh, something hit this rod again. The entire rod moved. Oh, over here. Drop it. Oh, he took the bait. Yeah. That was another, probably a little catfish. Get another bait on here. There we go. Down that new bait goes to the bottom. Let out some line, cap it over, and then just set it in the rod holder. And we'll wait on another one to pick it up. Now, since this is tied and it's a strong knot, we're going to take the tag end. I don't know where the tag end is. It's right here. This massive tag end. We're going to cut as close as we can get it. There we go. And cut it off. Hopefully I didn't cut the knot. Nope, I didn't. Good. Perfect. Now we're going to cap it over. If you did it right, the line will come out like that. Get that little piece of line. There we go. Now we're going to hold it tight here. Let it wrap around the reel once by itself. There we go. Make sure there's tension on it all the time. Okay. Normally this is where a second person's handy because they will hold this for you. But you don't need a second person for it. Just gotta make sure the line is tight and just reel until your spool is full. This thing will take about 100 yards of line-ish. No, I'm just reeling it. Alright, and right there, I'm going to call it about good right there. Then we're just going to come down with the dikes. And we're going to cut it off right here. Dang it. Come on, cut it. Keep letting go. Did I cut it that time? Yep, I did. Perfect. Now this right here is what we're going to tie a line. That's all. Want that to be all good line. Because that line's been weakened a little bit. I want to cut it off right about here. Oh, dang it. Cut it. There we go. Cut it that time. Alright, now we're going to tie on one of these hooks. Tiny, tiny little bluegill hook. See if I can get them open here. Oh, fell on the ground. Oh, it's right here. One fell on the ground right here. Perfect. Alright, now we're going to tie on this. Gosh, my eyes can hardly see the line. There we go. And we're just going to tie another one of those knots, like we did on the other reel. Going to tie a base knot, and then we're going to tie the fisherman's knot, just a couple knots around. Then there will be a loop that you put the line back through, grab the tag end, pull, and we're going to tie another one, another base knot. Alright, there we go. That is strong. Just give it an old pull test. Pull as hard as you can. And that knot should not come loose. Perfect. Now we're going to fish for bluegill. Just a little tiny piece of this hot dog. Just going to go for the end right here. This hot dog is old, so it's starting to turn into mush. I'm going to see how long it'll stay on. Alright. Let's try and catch a fish with it now. Oh, got hung in that spider web. Alright. Down it goes right there. Big spider web right here. There we go. might need to check on this rod because the line is really tight. I have a few stories to tell you guys today about things that have happened over the past week. Let's reel this in here. Check on the bait. I don't think the bait is on it anymore, yeah. So the first one, so we did a live stream on Tuesday. We went and caught some bass at the golf course pond, which is nice. The golf course pond has some nice bass in it. When I'm fishing, having a good time, I caught a bass that was maybe 5 pounds on a wacky rig. It was nice. And then I think I ended my stream. We had a good stream, told everyone good stream. We ended the stream. I'm like, I'll take one more cast with this wacky rig. And then I'll call it a day and I'll go home. And the spot I was fishing with a little tiny skinny canal, probably from this end of the dock to that end of the dock. And there's this massive sycamore tree that's hanging over me, so you can't overhead cast. You have to underhand cast it. And I went to underhand cast it, and it was too low, and I struck the ground. When I struck the ground, the bait caster, I kid you not, it looked like a bald eagle's nest. It binded all the line up so bad. I'm like, well, I guess I'm not going to take one more cast. So I had to take it home. I'll have to do an even bigger operation on that. I'll have to cut off all the line, re-spool it like you guys just saw, and get that rod back in operation, because it's one of my favorite rods to use for, catching catfish, catching bass on. This thing's getting hit really hard. Hold on. Underneath the dock. Oh, the bait is gone. But, yeah, that was one of my favorite rods, and now I have to do a major operation on it to get it back in session. It'll take maybe 30 minutes to fix, but it won't be fun. Also, while we were there, we saw Jaws. Guys are new to the channel. There's a really big grass carp at this pond that we call Jaws. And I've wanted to catch him for a long time, but he's really, really smart. In the sense of, you cast in your lure, he's going the other way, and he's going the other way for a long time. So I built together a plan. I was just going to try and run a crankbait into him. What did I snag? And I just went to cast in my crankbait, and this fish left a massive wake, soaked me with water, and then he was gone. How we doing over here? Seem to be doing good. I'm gonna catch that carp one day. Just wasn't that day though. If I do catch that carp, it will be the largest carp I've ever caught. Any largest fish, sorry, that I've ever caught. If you guys enjoy today's stream, like, and you want to support me, hit that like button on today's stream. Also subscribe too. I try to post daily fishing content, whether that be a video, short, live stream, whatever it is. I try to give you guys daily fishing content. So, and we're about to hit 200 subscribers, so if you guys want to be a part of the OGs, have that OG tag, I guess, subscribe. I'm retying this. Bluegill reel because I got it snagged over there. There's a snag that's over there somewhere. This bait zone was not good anymore because it's mushy. I don't get another fish here and oh, I lost my bait. I don't get another fish here in like, we'll call it 5 minutes. We're gonna move spots because I'm getting a lot of action from bluegill on my baits. Bluegill are not the target species today. Oh, that bait fell off. Dang. Well, nothing picked it up anyway, so we're just gonna move spots then. This is the only rod that's had action on it, this one over here. And at first it was a bunch of catfish, and now it's kind of changed over to bluegill. It's a pretty big piece of hot dog too. Alright. Let's go find a new spot. Alright, let's change spots. I'm just not feeling it here. We had like 3 bites, 1 fish in the first 35 minutes. Everything else has been bluegill. So we're gonna move spots and see what we can get here. Just like a 5-minute walk. I will definitely, after today's stream, if I do have bait still left, I'll have to stick it into the freezer and freeze them so they will last until next stream. Which, guys, if you guys enjoy live streams, we go live every Thursday. Go live every single Thursday, either doing what I'm doing now, or we sometimes go out to a golf course pond, catch bass there. So if you guys want to see more live streams, hit the like and subscribe button. Anyway, we have arrived at the new spot. Maybe a 5-minute walk from the last one. We've not done bad to this point. We've caught one catfish, had a few decent bites. We're going to drop this down to the bottom right here. See what's hanging around this dock today. I plan on next live stream, we're going to go out to the golf course pond on Thursday and do a live stream there. We did a live stream on Tuesday, and we were pretty successful. We caught a few bass. I caught my biggest bass of the year to this point. It was about 5 pounds. And then I bird's nested my reel. But we had a good stream, and I think we'll go and we'll hit it again on the next stream. So I think that's what we're going to do. By the way, next week we will be in Bull Shoals. Yeah, so if you don't know where Bull Shoals is, it is a lake in Missouri and Arkansas. It's a pretty big lake. And we're going to go down there and see what we can catch. Hey, Catherine, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for leaving a like on the stream. I really do appreciate it. Tells me I'm doing something right. I hope we don't lose this rod. That would not be good. That's a very expensive rod. This is a Bite Alert medium heavy action rod made by Zebco. They don't make this rod anymore. And if I lose it, I can't replace it. So, kind of want to keep it. That ugly stick I have over there, they still make and I can replace it. This one I can't. It had a mechanism on it. Like there used to be a button right there that you could press. And if the line would move at all, it would beep, beep, beep. It would beep at you. And it was cool. Until I went fishing in the rain and it got wet. Now it no longer works. We're going to take this chair. I've lost too many rods, 2 unattended rods, 2 catfish. So we're just going to stick this right in between the line and the reel. So if something grabs it and does pull hard enough, it will run into the chair before it goes in the water. So give me time to get to it before it goes in. Ooh, that sun's coming out now, y'all. It's getting hot. Hot and humid day here in eastern Kansas. Again, it's been raining off and on all day. All day it's been raining off and on. And there we go. Yeah, and it finally, the rain started to let up enough to where I could get out here and do a live stream. So thank you for letting up for a little bit, rain. And it looks like it's gonna hopefully clear up. One of the child safety leashes work well. Yeah, I've used those before. But most docks here, see this cleat here? Most docks have a cleat like that. You can put the line on one side, the rod on the other, and the fish can pull, and it will just run into the cleat. And the cleat is bolted into the dock, so it won't go anywhere. But the problem I run into is when you get on a dock like that one, which we will fish later today, and there is zero boat cleat. So the fish, when it hits it, it can just take the pull. So the chair method works to help with that. But I lost a rod last 2 live streams ago to a catfish because I had it set up for bluegill. The rod was set up to catch bluegill, and a catfish hit it instead and took the rod. I wasn't expecting it to take the bluegill setup, so it grabbed it and it was gone. It's so humid today that there's water all over this screen on my camera. I can hardly see what's going on in chat. I cleaned it off here. Alright, nice and cleaned off. There we go. Sometimes there will be bluegill that'll sit on this end here. There's section in Oregon is 77% humidity. Beautiful day. I mean, here it's you get a nice breeze. Like right now, we're getting a nice breeze. But I think it's like 85% humidity, maybe even more. About 90 degrees today, though, on top of the Kansas humidity. Makes it very, very hot. In Oklahoma, Oklahoma is the state just south of me, they had an insane, they had a 100-degree day on top of 80% humidity. So it felt like 111. Insanely hot. I'm not really feeling it here either. I've had baits in now for, I don't know, a good, I've had baits in probably a good 10 minutes. I haven't had a single bluegill bite. The catfish rods haven't been messed with yet. check on them here in a minute. All the outside workers. Yeah, I do too. It brutal heat that we're having. We've been having it too for I think we're now like a week into this heat. Not a And we have a lot of people like Kansas wide open, right? We have a lot of wide open land, a lot of spots that need mowed. One of my friends, what they do for work is mowing people's lawns. And he got up at 8 o'clock one morning to mow, and he said he got done at about noon. He said it was hot at 10:30. So it was hot for him. Now I'm just going to let this rod sit with this boat cleat here. Nothing bad should happen to it. The boat cleat will have it secured, so I'm going to let things sit another, give it another 5 minutes. This dock here, so this dock I've had really good success with in the past. One of my first videos I made was of a freshwater drum that I caught on a lure. It was caught on a little crappie jig. I was fishing this dock and I caught that drum on 2-pound line, and this drum was maybe about 10 pounds. It was a crazy fight. But that was my first video I made on this channel, and ever since then we've been coming back, fishing it, and we did pretty well for a little bit. Like that back cleat there, where that rod is sitting, used to be very productive. I would like get a catfish that was between that 2 to 3 pound range every 10 minutes or so. But this year I've fished it now. This is my 7th time out here fishing it, and it's just been dead. I mean, I've caught like a few catfish out of here, but they've not been very big, and they're not very frequent. Like, I've seen myself sitting here 10, 15 minutes. I'll get nothing. I'll get no action. So I have to move. And literally, I go to the dock that's literally right next door. And there's fish all over that dock. So I don't know what they did to this dock. They did restain it. Maybe that's part of the reason. Maybe they moved some stuff around on the bottom. Maybe too much human activity on this dock, and they just don't want anything to do with it. I don't know. Do you think the water's too warm? I mean, where this bait is sitting right now, it's probably about maybe 4 feet deep. Where that bait is sitting. Where that bait is sitting is about 4 feet as well. And then that one you're looking at 7 to 8 feet. That dock has a lift, so they dig it out more, and it's more like 10 feet. So it could be, but the water isn't too hot. I don't think that's the cause. I think maybe just too much human activity on it. Maybe they got rid of the structure that was here that was holding the fish. I don't know. But there used to be fish here, and they used to be all over the place. And there used to be big ones too. The largest catfish I caught out here was a 9-pound channel catfish, and I caught it on this side on the 4th of July. Totally unexpected fish either. I just took that green rod that's sitting there and I casted it over that railing and just let it sit there. And that fish hit it and it started to go underneath the dock on this side. And he almost took the pole over the railing and into the water. Is this a private lake? Actually, this lake is this is a public lake. You can come out here and fish it too. But these docks, the docks are private. You can't fish on the dock without the owner's permission. I am only allowed to fish on 3 docks. The one that I just came from down there, this one, and the one next door. So, but if you want to catch catfish out of this lake, you can. Just come out here. You can go, the campsites are down there. That's a good spot to fish for catfish. I've caught several catfish out of there in that 5 to 10 pound range. This is a good bass lake too. They're all in that 3 pound range. They're pretty nice. Hard to catch though. They're hard to find. Right. I'm going to check on these baits here. See if anything is happening with them. That bait is gone. Figured so. Probably a bluegill took it. Put another bait on here. Alright. My bait is reset. Let me wash off my hands here. Because they're all covered in hot dogs. Alright, let's go check this bait. It's just been sitting here. That still has the bait on it. That has yet to be touched. We'll bring it down here next to this one that's getting destroyed by bluegill. We'll let it hang out. Alright. We're going to check on this one now. Ha, this bait is gone too. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes at the spot, then we'll move. Because it seems to be bluegill heaven over here. I'm not gonna rebait that one. Because I don't want to feed the bluegill. Well, that bait is gone. Hey, Aiden, how are you doing? Glad you could join us. These bluegill continue to be a nuisance. We're going to move away from them. What fish are we targeting? We are targeting some channel catfish. Hopefully to get some big ones. We're just getting destroyed by bluegill right now. There's so many of them that they take by bait before the catfish can get to them. And they're not very big bluegill. They're maybe 2 to 3 inches long. And they're not dumb bluegill, if that makes sense. They won't even touch this bait. They'll touch the one on the catfish rod though. Oh, there was a bite. Oh, he took it. That was my first bite from a bluegill since I started over here. It was right next to the catfish bait too. Oh, he took it. Alright. I'm going to move spots here. We're going to go over to that dock. See what we can get, because I guarantee that bait is gone. I'm just going to take these two here. Yeah, that bait is gone. Alright. Grab this. Alright, over here's a lot more. It's not as hot as it is over there, which is nice. We're going to start by casting out this weightless rig. This little piece of hot dog and a laser sharp hook. Huge fan of laser sharp hooks. If you guys were here in the very beginning, the one catfish I hooked, he was stuck really good. He like hooked right in the corner of the mouth, but he wasn't coming unhooked without the assistance of pliers. So yeah. Alright, we're going to put this here, right here. Alright, because we don't want to lose any more rods. I've lost enough. Alright, next bait going down. It's this bait here. If you guys enjoy this stream, hit the like and subscribe button. I try to post daily fishing content. Whether that be here catfishing or at the golf course pond bass fishing. I try to give you something every single day. Alright, so that is down. I'm just going to leave this right here, because I'm going to sit down right here. Anyway. Yeah. Here I've been having pretty good luck with catfish. I catch one every single time. So, should get one pretty quick. But, yeah, it's almost every single Thursday I go live. It rains. Not raining now, but I made a video for Thursday because I couldn't go live because I had bad internet. It was raining then. It was actually monsooning. Then I went live the next Thursday. It was raining again. I went live on Tuesday. It was raining. Then we went live today and it rained at the very start of it. So we're now an hour into this live stream. The only thing that's really happened is respooling a spinning reel and a small catfish. That was at the very first spot we were at. We might have to go back to that spot if it doesn't turn out here. Give it a few though. We'll give it 5-10 minutes. We'll give it 10-15 actually. A lot of people think it's like, I don't know why it's like a conspiracy theory or something, but a lot of people are like, hey, you have to go find the catfish. No, you can actually, no, you have to let the catfish come to you. I'm doing it where I'm going to find the catfish. I will set up on a spot and I'll be there 15 minutes if I don't get something. If I don't get any action, we move. And we just popcorn around until we find the spot that's producing the best. And it looks like so far it's going to be the first spot. Oh no though. Could get one over here though any moment. We haven't properly fished it. We just dropped it down in this spot over here, which is usually where most of the fish come from. What type of catfish are you targeting? We are targeting channel catfish. Channel catfish. There are flatheads in here too, but they're more rare. But we are targeting channel catfish because they're the most common and they get the biggest. Also, another thing people use a lot is they use Catfish and stuff for their catfish bait, which is, it's a great bait, don't get me wrong, but that takes a lot of effort to get, right? You have to go out and cast net it, or you have to go catch it. Here are these little classic Frank hot dogs that I have here that I literally just went to the Walmart, picked up. They are $1. They were on sale for $1. And this will last me probably another week. And it works. I've already caught one catfish today on it. The second largest channel catfish I caught was on yeah. I catch a live streamer that focuses on giant flathead. Yeah. Those are fun. They're a little bit more rare in this lake. We do have a river where we're actually, so that trip, some of you guys may be waiting for that trip. We don't do that trip until late August. But we go down to the Maridazine River, which, if you don't know geography around here, if you know where Lake of the Ozarks is, the Maridazine River, it will cross the Kansas border and go into Missouri, and it changes its name to the Osage River. And then from there, it goes into the Lake of the Ozarks. It's the same river. That river will go and we'll set trot lines and bank lines for some flathead catfish and blue catfish. So we do that later in August. He's in the Carolinas. That makes sense. That's where some of the largest catfish are caught. In Santee Cooper, actually, that's where I believe the old world record for blue catfish was caught. I think it's now in Virginia. Since I've started watching these type channels, my atlas gets a workout. Yeah. That will happen. That will happen. I'm going to move this rod here. Hasn't even been touched. And put it on this side. It's a little bit shallower over here. Down it goes. You watched him pull a 50-pound flathead? That's really big. Alright, that rod is secured. Anyway. Kansas, I don't know if you know, it's kind of cool. You know, normally Kansas isn't known for anything, really, but we did put our name in the history books with the world record flathead. Yeah. The largest flathead catfish ever caught in the world was caught in Elk City Reservoir in Kansas. It weighed 123 pounds. You should marinate your hot dog in Kool-Aid and garlic. That would work well. Catfish really like the smell of garlic. They do. I have used jalapeno cheddar and I believe better cheddars hot dogs before. The better cheddars just have cheese in them. They work really well. The jalapeno cheddars work even better. I don't know why, but both of them work very well. Red Kool-Aid. Okay. But there's the rainstorm over there that was hitting us earlier. I'm going to check on this rod here. See if the bluegill have taken the bait or not. Yep, they did. That's why I wasn't getting bit. Bluegill are... Okay, I will say something. Are bluegill fun to catch? Yes, they are. But when there's so much of a nuisance that you have so many of them, and they're smart, you can't like distract them with another rod. Really annoying. Alright, new bait going down. Bring the chair back over here. There we go. Alright, that should be good. Alright. I'm gonna wash my hands. Stuff is literally falling apart. It's kind of nasty. How are we doing over here? Seem to be doing good. Still has bait on it. I'll go get the bluegill rod. Alright. Let's try what. Hey, glad you could finally make it. About an hour in now. It's been kind of slow. Oh, you're good. You're all good. Been kind of slow out here today. So far, one catfish. That was at the very beginning at the first spot. Probably going to go back to that spot here. If I don't catch one very soon here. Dang it, I need to... Fell on the ground. One is better than none. Yeah, that's true. At least we didn't get skunked today. But the bluegill have been an issue all day. They've been tearing my bait off before the catfish can get to it. And they're smart today for some reason. They won't eat this. Down that bait goes. Hopefully we'll get one. Had one right there. It was a silent biter. I just felt a little tap, and then the bait was gone. Down that goes. Oh, dude, he hit it again. Took it off. Down it goes. That's about as small as that piece can get. I got him. And that's about as small of a bluegill you can get. That's what's been stealing my bait. There, got him unhooked. There he is. Little bait stealer, get out of here. Think about what you've done. All right. Maybe we'll get some more. There are some pretty big bluegill in this lake. Obviously, there's so many. It's like you've loaded an artillery division full of them. That's how annoying they are. Usually if you catch one bluegill, there's many. Over here on this side. Nope. Usually right here I'll catch some. I think they moved. Right here. Hopefully I don't think I'll lose a rod today. Because that one's secured by a chair and that one's secured by a chair and I'm holding this one, so I hope we don't lose any. There's a rock right here that I want to see if there's any green sunfish under. Oh, it disappeared. Hold on. There's a really big rock. Oh, it's gone. Oh, he took it off. I just saw it disappear. Green sunfish are really good flathead bait. They really are. If we catch one, we'll use it for bait. Why not? Going to soccer practice. Thanks for at least stopping by. We'll see you later. There will be a short made about the first catfish you missed, so you'll see him. Where's the edge of the... Oh, yep, it's right here. Hope you catch more. Thank you. I'm going to try. Try my hardest. They just aren't wanting to commit today, but that's okay. We'll make them. Cast that up there. See what's up there. Alright, let's go check on this bait here. Still has bait on it. Alright, we'll move it to the center. Alright. I'm trying to get it to where this will sit. Right there. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to go with this other rod. Because it's done a bunch of nothing over here. And we'll lift up this chair. And we'll pick up... oh, the bait is gone. Good sign to move it. Put this on. We'll put it on this side over here. Rebait this. Down it goes. And there's the bottom. One of the largest, my cousin's personal best channel catfish was caught on this side. I think it weighed like 6 pounds or something. I don't know. I'll take this chair. Make sure the line is on the other side. Yep, we're golden. We are golden. Alright. Looks like a nice hangout spot. Yeah, it is, actually. Got a bunch of chairs. A bunch of tables. There's a spot where you can jump off. And a ladder. to get back on. Now let's hopefully moving those baits will do something. BBQ, yeah, that's a nice grill right here. We've had chicken wings from that before. Pretty good. Down it goes. Oh, I had him. God. Pulled it out of his mouth. Took my bait. Alright. And try that. Something already took it. Wow. Sucked it off on world record speed. Alright, let's try this. So many spider webs. What's weird about the spiders that live around these docks is they will just emerge. They'll just emerge from the abyss. You don't know where they come from. And they're big. They're about the size of a quarter. Oh, I had him too. God. I hope some catfish will come through soon. Yet to get a bite down here. Might have to move back to the first spot. Oh, I got one. There we go. That took a little bit. Little tiny bluegill. Picked up that piece of hot dog. Yeah. Another little bait stealer. Okay. What if we used them as live bait? Here. Set them down. Just stay right there for a second. We'll put them on this big rod. Well, I should have kept that, but whatever. Coming down, fish. Little bluegill. Sure, all those scales off are off of that hook so we don't get scaled. Little bluegill going out. Maybe it'll do better for us. We're gonna cast them out deep too. That'll be just fine. Where he's at? Perfectly fine. See what we can get. Let me go get a chair. What do you think we'll eat that? A bass? Or a big channel catfish? Bring this chair over here so we don't lose the rod. There we go. Both? Yeah, that's fair too. We'll let him sit out there for the duration. Maybe one will come along. I did put him out there whole, so you should get eaten. See if there's oh, one ate it. Oh, and he dropped it. There's a bunch right there. That one was about the same size as the other one. All right. All right, let's try it again. Maybe a little bit. Jesus, there's a lot. Keep ripping it off. Hold on. Need a piece that's a little bit stronger. That's not all watered down. All right. Down it goes. There's one. Another little bluegill. Calm it down. There's another one. See you later, fish. All right. I thought the catfish would be more active today. Apparently not. We should go back to the first spot. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The first spot was a lot more productive, wasn't it? Not the... Yeah. Alright. We'll do that. Should we just... You know, I'm just going to leave that rod right there. We'll come back for it. How about that? The chair should hold it. So, it won't go anywhere. Unless a state record comes through. There we go. Let's grab this. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the very first spot. Alright, we'll just leave that rod there, though. We'll come back for it. And hopefully it'll have a big one. That would be awesome. Just come back and there's a fish on it. Be a nice surprise, wouldn't it? Been live now an hour and 38 minutes. And believe it or not, this is my least productive trip out here. Only one catfish. That was at the very start. And then a few bluegill. Not any bluegill to write home about. All bait size. All little bait stealers. But you're watching to this point. Appreciate you. You guys could help me out. Hit that like and subscribe button. I try to post fishing content every single day. What fish are you looking for? We are looking for some channel catfish. They're pretty nice in this lake. We caught one today. That's maybe a pound or so, but they can get a lot bigger. They can get, I think my personal best is about 10 pounds. So we're going to come back to this. We're going to come back to this spot here. And we're going to try... Oh, good job. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate your support. Trying to get to 200 subs before the end of the year. I plan on next week we're going to be taking a trip down to Bull Shoals Lake in Missouri and Arkansas. So we're going to go down there, try and catch whatever bites. We've got some big bluegill down there, pumpkin seed, bass, spotted bass, wiper. That lake has it all, and we're going to be trying to have our fair share of it. I'm going to wash my hands off here. I think the largest I've caught out of this lake weighed about 10 pounds. Your PB is 15. That's pretty large. I think my largest all time, I caught it back in 2021. I think I still have the picture of it. But it was a channel catfish that weighed forget. I think it was like 17 pounds. It was pretty. It was caught on a live bluegill on that green rod, that rod I had earlier. The biggest one I've caught out of this lake went 10. But there's been larger caught out of here. Like, I think like 20? I don't know. I do have the picture still. I think I made a short about it too on my channel. Alright, we're going to drop this piece down. Alright. See if there's any bluegill here. Ooh, I had him. Here's a 3. Leg. I believe my last video I caught a channel catfish that was about 3 pounds. It fell off. Have I caught any since you left? I caught a few bluegill since you left. And I casted one out as live bait. It's on the green rod. There's a metal pole right here that's in the water. Usually there's some fish on it. Did you go to soccer practice? How was soccer practice? It was delayed. Because of rain, or why was it delayed? See if there's any bluegill by this bait. It rains here all the time. I don't know why. But this, by far, this is the rainiest summer we have had here in eastern Kansas. Normally by now it's hot and not fun to be outside. But it's actually been raining and not been dry. Humidity's been up, but and it's been hot, but it's not been as bad as some summers have. Alright. I want to see if I can catch a green sunfish. Because those are fun. Because there's a big rock pile over here and they like to live underneath the rocks. What was that? There's something right there. Don't know what that was. I don't know if that was a fish or there's like a boil right there. I don't know what that was. Oh, there's a fish. That's a nice bluegill. Get up in here. I felt him thump it. Oh yeah, that's the biggest bluegill of the day. Probably the swirl was a turtle. Thank God I didn't hook him. That would not have been good. Well, there's that bluegill. Biggest one of the day. He's a pretty one. He's got a nice blue chin. Nice little male fish. We'll get him out of here. Alright, he's gone. That's a more proper sized bluegill. You catch more of those. That one was about the size of my hand. That was nice. I felt him too when he went boom. So that was good. I was thinking that boil could have been like a drum or a carp too, because they like to be up shallow. Imagine hooking that on this light setup. That would not be good. Done it before though. Alright. Another little piece going out. I wonder if that bluegill was on a bed. If you guys have never seen a freshwater drum before, they're a gray fish. They can get up to 55 pounds. They get huge. And they act like a carp does. They kind of root around very shallow. And I got one to take a lure one time. I like dropped it right in front of his face because I saw him rooting around. And he sucked it up. And when he sucked it up, I was so scared because I had like 2-pound line. This fish I was looking at with maybe 5 pounds. So I kind of sat there for a little bit. I contemplated life choices for a little bit. Then I set the hook. That fish went on some of the craziest runs. It went underneath the dock. It went around a metal pole. I had to get in the water, get it unstuck. Yeah, that was wild. Good. Oh, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Have fun at soccer practice. What time is it? It's 6:25 right now. Let's try on this side for a minute. Anything over here? Oh, there's one. Oh, and he is gone. Quick release on that one. That one was a green sunfish, too. It was a small one, but I felt him pick it up. We can probably find some much bigger ones, actually. If you guys are interested in that, I like to catch those. Alright, next bait going out. Set it right there. I'm going to drop it right there. There we go. Oh, I felt him eat it. He was going underneath the bush. Let's check on this catfish rig. I guarantee you the bait is gone. Or else it would have been touched by now. Yep, bait is gone. The bluegill took it. Put on this new bait. There we go. Next bait going out. Try to put it like that. There we go. I feel like I keep losing internet connection too. There's not great internet out here at the lake. There we go. As close to that dock as I could get it. Down it goes. I'm going to try and catch some green sunfish, so... So we're just going to take... So green sunfish, if you guys don't know, they act and behave a lot like a bass does. They sit really close to structure and stuff like that. So these bushes over here are really good cover for them. So just cast it over there and let it fall. You try and get as close to it as possible. Back over here. Oh, there's a bluegill. It's not even green sunfish. That's a bluegill. A little bit smaller than the last one. There he is. I'll let him go over here. See you later, fish. And he's gone. That rod's still doing good. That's the second bluegill in that same spot. We're going to try it again. We can also try it on that pier too. There's down that bait goes. Alright. You can try and go to the pier. Try and catch something from the pier. Let's go to the pier. The other rod should be fine. It's connected to the rod holder, so it's probably not going to go anywhere. I'm glad they came through and mowed all of this before this is all overgrown. Alright. There we go. Alright. Let's go check on this other rod here. We'll check on the green one too here soon. Just one catfish today so far. That's very surprising. Normally I'll catch like 10 to 15. But sometimes the fish don't want to bite. We did get one at the very start. At least it's starting to rain again. Let's see. Let's see this bait here. Yeah, the bait's still on it. That's good. Casted it a little bit farther out, like right there. Pull up a chair. I'd love something to hit that bait and just take the rod over. It's been so long. It's been a very long time since our last catfish. We're now at the 2 hour mark on this live stream, and we caught one catfish, a handful of bluegill, and that has been it. That is all she has wrote for this stream. For 2 hours of fishing, we have caught maybe 9 fish in total. One of them being the target species, being the catfish. Wasn't near the size I would like it to be, but it was a fish. It did get the skunk off the board, but just the fish have not been willing to commit today on all 3 spots we've went to. It just goes like that sometimes, though. You go and sometimes you'll fish for hours and not catch anything. At least we've caught something, I guess. I try to make it as entertaining as possible for you guys, even though we're having a slow day. Just want to reiterate that, a lot of content creators will only film, they'll just film videos, and those videos you see the highlights of that trip. They'll go out and you'll see big bass after big bass after big bass being caught, or big catfish being caught. They probably fished for 5 hours, filmed the whole 5 hours, and caught those 6 fish in 5 hours. Is that great production? Big catfish, 6 of them in about 5 hours? Yeah, that's pretty good, but for people's viewing pleasure, you guys like to see fish being caught. It doesn't work out that way. The fish have a mind of their own. They come around, they bite when they want to. You just have to hope they have a bait in the water when they do. If you guys are interested in the Bull Shoals Lake adventure, I am unsure as of right now how I want to film that. I don't know if it will be in video form, in live stream form, or if it will just be a vlog. I really don't know. If you guys have any suggestions on how it should be, let me know, and I will try and film it that way. Because the first video you guys it'll be like a week straight of non-stop Bull Shoals Lake content, and most of the time will be after they have bluegill that are larger than your hand down there, and pumpkin seed sunfish, which are really cool. If you've never seen those before, they have a bunch of teal striping on their face, which is cool. We'll do some bass fishing down there too. But I'm unsure how the internet situation will be down there. Um, it can be very spotty. Some spots you can have like 5 bars, full bars of service. Some spots you'll have none. So it kind of puts live streaming in a weird spot because of availability of internet. But I'll try and make sure that you guys get something. Yeah, I'll be with my friend. I'll be with my friend. I'll be with my cousin down there. He'll be fishing with us. He was down there last year on our Bull Shoals trip when he caught. You guys remember that big red-eared sunfish he caught? Some people call them shell crackers. He caught one that was, I don't know, probably, I don't know, just slightly bigger than his hand. It was probably 12 inches long. It was big. He caught that one last year. So we caught several small little spotted bass too. So we're going to go down there and we're going to try and replicate it again. See what we can catch. We also, off stream, we went out there one morning at about 6 a.m. and we caught a spotted bass. And these spotted bass are really cool. They have like dark striping on their lateral lines, dark striping on their head. And he caught one that was maybe half a pound. But this fish was so cool with all the striping on its belly, all the striping on its lateral line. He caught it using a rooster tail, a silver rooster tail. So definitely want to catch some of those too, because those are a mean fish. Raining really good now. Raining really good. If you guys enjoyed today's stream, as always, please like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Trying to get to 200 subscribers before the end of the year. I hope we can get close to it in with our Bull Shoals content that will be coming. I'm excited for Bull Shoals. I think it'll be a good time. All right. I'm going to say this. Since the fishing is this slow, why don't we go and check the green rod. We'll go check the green rod. And if there's something on it, then great. We'll reel it in. And that'll be the last fish of the stream. If there's nothing on it, then that will do it for today's stream. So we're going to go see what this green rod has to offer. Remember, this green rod has a live bluegill on it that we caught. We're looking at, caught him about 30 minutes ago and casted him out. We're going to go check this green rod. If it has something on it, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. And we'll go from there. The next time I will see you guys, we will be in Bull Shoals trying to catch whatever bites. I don't care what bites, as long as it's fun. We're going to try and some big panfish, pumpkin seed sunfish, spotted bass, largemouth bass, anything that bites, we'll try and catch. Yeah. I really am excited. See what this has to offer. I don't think it's moved. Yeah, I don't think it's moved. Maybe it has, I don't know. That out of the way. I don't feel anything. Yep. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this. Something ran circles around it. Something had that in its mouth. See all that? Look at the fish too. He looks like he's had the daylights knocked out of him. That makes me excited. Whatever was on it ran circles around the... ran circles around the lead and the bait. There, I undid it. This fish looks like it's had the daylights knocked out of it. Does he still swim? No, he's kind of... he's not living anymore. I'm going to cast him back out. About right there. That fish literally looked like something hit him so hard that it knocked the daylights out of him. Alright. There we go. Oh, I didn't get the line under there. Oops. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. That's encouraging. I expected to come down here and nothing have touched it. Something did touch it. I don't know what touched it. Something did, though. Did you see how pale that fish was? So, if you looked at that fish's eyes, you saw how just washed out they were. I mean, something has hit it and killed it when it hit it. So, that's encouraging. I don't know what hit it. Maybe a small catfish. Maybe a big catfish too. But let's go back. We'll check on this rod. If there's nothing there, I might just go ahead and call it, and we'll see you guys, and we'll go ahead and call it. If I do get one on that green rod, by gosh, you guys will see it. I'll just record it as a short. It's only 6 feet. And let's check on this rod and we'll wrap it up for today. I don't think anything's on it. Alright. Okay. Well, appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this stream, please hit the like and subscribe button. I will see if anything will pick up that will come back for that bluegill on the green rod. But until next time, guys, we'll see you guys in the next one.